How to grow your small business e-commerce brand in 2025 without having to use marketing agencies. All right, so I've just got this doc and I'll be using this doc pretty much for reference, right? Now, look, I'll be honest, most of this stuff is all very self-taught. You'll actually see most agencies, most of the people in agencies are just self-taught digital marketers where they've literally gone to YouTube and they've just watched a number of videos. They do some testing, might start their own brand, and then they make an agency. Okay, because the reason that most people make agencies is because an agency has a lot more higher profit margin than an e-commerce brand, especially over the long term. And it has generally a lot more flexibility, right? In the e-commerce business, a lot of them, they have, you have physical inventory, you have a warehouse, you're stuck there, you're confined there. It does have those restrictions, so a digital marketing agency is great for people that want to fly around the world, do marketing. It has a lot of flexibility. Okay, so that's why I wanted to sort of talk about a bit this today. Now, here's some truths, right? That's really important. Most agencies charge a flat retainer. I used to run a marketing agency, and honestly, I love it. And there is a part of it that still misses it. I think agencies are awesome in their own regard, but I don't personally think that as a small business you need them these days, especially a flat retainer plus ad spend. So if you're spending $2,000 a month and whatever currency that's in, and 10% ad spend, right? I've seen agencies where they're running stuff for clients, and you speak to most agency owners and with their and they do a report for their client. They're like, oh, the other agency's done a bad job. They're not looking at it, but it's much the same, right? It's all very subjective. Okay, and that's a lot of money, that you can have in your back pocket that you can use for inventory, cash flow, many things. And so I just want to sort of add that there. And if you're spending, let's say, like 10,000, then that's actually a total of 13,000 when you include the 10% in ad spend. And they lock you into a 6 to 12 month contract. You don't hear it very often because people don't talk about it, right? It's all sort of hush hush, especially because a lot of these contracts, have clauses about NDA and talking about these things and so on and so forth. And most small businesses don't want to stir up stuff, do they? Right? So 12 month commitments. Now, a lot of them are trying to run with no commitments and all of that. But honestly, what's an even better way? I'll be teaching you that. Um, is the other thing I wanted to say is that agencies, as an agency owner, the reality is that when you're running a digital marketing agency, your first focus is new customers. I mean, that's the same with any business, right? But especially in agency realm, there's always clients are going to move and go away because there's so many marketing agencies pitching them all the time. They're going to eventually want to try something else. I've even had clients where they wanted to try something else because they just wanted to see a comparison, and that's fair enough. That's their right. And so, from an agency perspective, though, you're like, that's a major risk because I can consistently just my business is built on these clients that are going to move on. So I need to constantly look for new clients. So most of their time will actually be on acquiring new clients. That's why they do a lot of Facebook ads, Google ads themselves, various SEO, and do a lot of networking to get clients. Not to say that agencies aren't amazing, but it's just that their focus is going to be new acquisition. They can build a team and they'll have a team that sort of handle the day to day, but you will never get it's never perfect, right? I just can tell you that now. Um, and so here's the new reality that we need to sort of accept, right? Is AI has changed everything, right? We've got AI tools for everything, AI dev tools. There's AI marketing tools, all tools that were already marketing are using AI. All these tools, like what I'm building, is AI first, right? The goal is that you want to have it so that they don't, you can do everything yourself, right? Agencies will still use it because agencies will always be needed. There are people watching this video that want to do this will do it, but there will always be a need for agencies. They'll always have their place. But for you as a small business, especially, using AI has never been easier. I've got plenty of videos on my channel, and I just have a couple of videos here that are beginner videos for Facebook and Google. Go and watch them. I think it's about 30, 60 minutes. Honestly, I don't spend much time in my ads managers, right? You learn that back in the day when everything was manual, like many, many years ago, you used to do a lot of duplicating, editing, and it was quite complex. But these days, it isn't. It's only going to get easier now with AI. Like Facebook have just released new things about they've got incremental attribution. They're focusing on lifetime value, partnership ads, and they're making their dashboard used to be pretty clunky, but now it is pretty good. Obviously not perfect, but it's pretty amazing. And now, like, you make a campaign, you choose sales, and it literally does the campaign and ad set for you, which is basically the targeting and the campaign. And then all you do is you upload a creative. Honestly, it takes 5 minutes. And with so many AI like tools to make AI UGC, or which is the new sort of trend nowadays, and I have videos coming on more on that, and there's more in the channel. You can go check them out. That you can do the copying with something like ChatGPT. You can make the AI UGC, get the copy, say, I want to have 5 variations of headlines, 5 variations of descriptions, 5 variations, whatever. And there you go. Upload it, done, right? You don't need a huge amount of knowledge. Now, there is the part of the knowing when to turn off, when to turn on, what's winner, what's not. But again, if you watch a video like that, you will get 90% of it. And I strongly recommend doing it because you will get a feel for it, right? You will get a feel for it, especially if you're on a very small budget. It is just, it's not viable. The amount, and it's the same with Google. Like Google, I run 2 campaigns, brand search and PMax. I don't even think I will need brand search campaign over time. I think I'll just need PMax. It basically is the same thing, and you basically just follow it step by step. Put in your URL. It makes you an asset group basically. Upload some creatives, change the copy, align it. It does 90% of it. I guarantee you go to an agency, it's no different. They have the exact same platform, right? And with Google Ads, it's a little thing, right? Like you like optimize it once a week, once a fortnight. You leave it. So you're paying an agency a lot of money to do probably an hour's work, maybe a fortnight, that you could have in your pocket. So you think about that. You're paying 4 grand for a couple hours work, and it's the truth, right? You want to hear it, but it's the truth. So watch that, and then you're good. Conversion tracking, you can use, like most of us using Shopify. Use the Shopify sales channels. Free. You literally just follow it step by step. I have videos in the channel, but you can also check it out there. Keyword management is easy. I have videos in the channel. Just check that out as well, right? Tools for copywriting. We all know ChatGPT. ChatGPT 5 just got released like a month ago. It is literally like the smartest thing at your fingertips, right? There's Perplexity, there's ChatGPT, there's Grok. All of them have their pros and cons, right? You can just do that and it will do your copy for you, and you just customize it to be on brand for yourself. Remember, 90%, 10%. And I'm not joking, it takes you a couple minutes. Creatives, we all know Canva AI as well can help you with this too. Or, you can get like a graphic designer and use Upwork or something. We're talking $8 an hour. I can help refer some. I've got one that's fantastic, that if you're interested, let me know. Just send me an email. Video ads. Like there's VO3, there's Kling. I've got one of my team members that has a channel doing stuff on VO3, doing stuff on Kling. I'm using another tool for AI UGC, and I'll be revealing that more as well. And then, as I said, freelance. Now, the biggest thing is as well is the commitment with agencies. Is a 6-month contract is a big commitment. If you're thinking about it, you're at least spending 12 grand. Well, if you have freelancers, you could the freelancers for, let's say, Google is probably about $7 US, and then for Facebook is more expensive generally. It's a higher valued skill in that sense. But still, you have the biggest thing of hoping for the best, planning for the worst. Basically, that you could let go of that person and there's no commitment, right? For whatever reason. Yes, it has its downsides, okay? And that's why agency, they're hiring because they know the skill set. Honestly, if any of you are interested and you want to look at hiring, just send me an email. I'll happily help, right? I don't use agencies, and I just want to teach people that you don't really need agencies. I just don't think you do. And I think in the coming years, you'll need them even less and less. I just don't see why you need them, right, in my eyes. So DIY marketing tips, you save money, you have quality control, you move fast, and you scale fast. If you use a tool like ClickUp or Mondays, make a number of tasks. They can, and it's all, again, upfront, a bit more work, but you save a lot of time, right? With my companies, one of the things that's allowed me, even when things have gone bad, is because I've not had these long-term commitments of agencies, I've had everything internal, and I've learned a lot about marketing. That's part of the reason I do these YouTube. I learn a lot too, is that I factor in downward risk, right? That's the biggest thing, right? And so that's why I sort of do that. So like, if you watch my videos or videos on plenty of other channels, honestly, there's videos that are digital marketing agencies that make YouTube videos, and their goal is they make as much value as possible to then get the clients just watch their videos. You don't even need to get their services and just use these tools yourself. Anyway, so I just wanted to sort of add all of that in and make this sort of resource that this will be comment if you comment down below the word fire. I guess I just sort of thought of that on the spot. Um, then you can sort of do that. And I just wanted to make something that basically allows you to not have to use a marketing agency because it is a big cost. And one of the biggest things I've seen from a brand perspective is they're hopping between agencies, hoping the next agency is good, but it never really is, right? Whereas at the end of the day, most of these agencies are just hiring freelancers anyway. And so you could do that all yourself, honestly. And with a couple of these videos, like what I was saying with Google and Facebook are streamlining the heck out of it. And it's only going to get more and more like that. With a Facebook report, they said their goal is that you put in your card information, you put in your business URL, and it does the rest. In a couple of years, that'll be very close to reality. Google Ads, guaranteed it's going to follow suit, right? You just put it, and it's already on that path, right? And so you spend a bit of time, watch these and trial and error, right? Expect that, yeah, it is going to be more work, but it's worth it, right? It really is worth it. It will save you so much money. And imagine how much more you can then spend to scale. That money you could then use as extra ad spend to generate more revenue for your business, right? So I just wanted to make this that so you can have some links and all of this in one place of all the tools, all the resources that you sort of can use to help you scale most profitably. You will find like that most of the people that are scaling very, very, very high, usually building internal teams because you have a lot more control about it and you don't have to worry about third-party issues. So I hope this document has been helpful. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to like, share, subscribe. Otherwise, thank you very much for your time. Have a lovely day. Take care and goodbye.